Have you ever noticed that despite walking 10,000 steps a day, you still feel stiffness in your hips and weakness in your shoulders? We are constantly told that walking is the gold standard for aging, yet many of us still wake up feeling rusty. Here's the paradox. In the wrestling pits of 16th century India, known as the akharas, there were masters who grappled well into their 60s and 70s. They didn't have treadmills, and they certainly didn't just go for a walk. Instead, they relied on a specific movement pattern documented over 500 years ago that strengthens the heart, lubricates the spine, and builds dense muscle without heavy weights. If you are over 50, relying solely on walking is like washing a car without ever changing the oil. It looks fine on the outside, but the engine is degrading. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal this 500-year-old engine-building method. We are going to look at the history behind it, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how to modify these ancient warrior movements so you can do them safely in your living room, even if you have bad knees or a stiff back. To understand why this method works better than walking for muscle retention, we have to look at a historical text called the Mallapurana. While written in the 13th century, its methods reached their peak fame during the Mughal Empire roughly 500 years ago. The text describes the training of the Pahalavans, legendary wrestlers known for their longevity and massive strength. Their secret wasn't running, it was rhythmic calisthenics. The problem with walking, and I love walking, don't get me wrong, is that it is a linear, low-impact activity. It doesn't take your joints through their full range of motion. The Mallapurana suggests that to keep the body youthful, one must pump the joints. The first half of this ancient equation is called the Baithak, or the squat. Now, before you click away because of your knees, listen closely. In the West, we are taught to fear the deep squat. But in the East, this movement is daily medicine. The Baithak is unique because it isn't just up and down, it is rhythmic and focuses on breathing. When you walk, your hips barely move 20 degrees. When you perform a modified Baithak, you are flushing fresh blood into the hip capsule in the knees. Modern science calls this synovial fluid exchange. It's basically WD-40 for your joints. The ancient wrestlers performed hundreds of these, but for us, we apply a concept that modern strength coach Pavel Tsatsouline calls greasing the groove. We aren't trying to exhaust ourselves, we are practicing the movement. Here is the senior modification required for safety. Do not attempt a freestanding squat immediately. Instead, stand in a door frame. Hold the molding on both sides with your hands at waist height. Use your arms to support your weight as you lower yourself only as far as is comfortable. This removes the load from your knees and allows you to safely increase your mobility over weeks, not days. The goal is to signal to the body to keep the hips open, something walking simply cannot do. The second half of the system is the dand. You might know it as the Hindu push-up, but it is actually much older. Unlike a rigid military push-up which compresses the spine, the dand is a spinal wave. It moves from a downward dog position into a swooping upward cobra pose. This movement was prized by ancient commanders because it strengthened the shoulders while simultaneously stretching the lower back. However, getting on the floor can be dangerous or difficult if you are managing vertigo or wrist pain. So we look to the historical principle of graduated resistance. We can perform the wall dand. Stand arm's length from a wall, place your hands on the wall, mimic the swooping motion with your upper body, pushing your hips back, then diving your chest toward the wall and swooping up. This stimulates the chest, triceps, and spine without the gravity of the floor. Why is this better than walking? Walking maintains your cardiovascular baseline, but it does not stop sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. The dand and the Baithak, even in their modified forms, require you to move your own body weight against gravity through a large range of motion. This signals to your body to hold on to its muscle tissue. If you want to age with the vitality of a warrior rather than just getting by, you need to move your joints, not just your feet. I want you to try the Doorframe Squat method this week, just 5 repetitions in the morning, and let me know in the comments, do your hips feel looser than they do after a 1-hour walk? If you found value in this history lesson, please like the video so we can keep digging up these lost manuals of strength.